Broadcasting live from downtown Las Vegas, you're tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
What's up, everybody?
Hey.
It is a Wednesday. Hump day. I know you guys are ready for us. And I'm gripping the mic for dear life in honor of my boys from Let the Ball Bounce show. Shout out to them yesterday. And shout out to Bill. Let me just tell you a little something about Bill Blockham Logan. He doesn't say much, but it's important that he doesn't say much because we know he can keep a secret.
Oh.
Yeah. But anyway, you're listening to Girl Chat Sports, or you're watching Girl Chat.
Episode 152.
Yes, 152 in the building. So, myself, Mo, and Mel. Hi, Mel.
Hey. Guess what today is?
Today is
VGK Day.
It sure is. Yes. So
it is the first day of the regular season.
Season 3. Season 3. Let's go.
You act like it's a TV show.
Yeah. Season 3. I'm ready.
Will you stop with?
I gotta
keep doing this.
I gotta do it.
All day.
For my boy. Shout out to them.
I can't.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the show. Mm-hmm. Happy birthday to our Quan Stradamus, Quan Ratatouille,
Magic Quanson,
Quan 69,
Quan 59, Quan. We're gonna say Takashi 59.
It's our producer's birthday today.
Yeah. We're gonna say 59.
Takashi.
He's
not here today, so we have a lovely assistant here.
Yeah, shout out to James.
I'm loving all of these like crazy names you guys have. Come on, keep them coming.
Yeah, I think we should keep it all month because he said on the show last night for Let the Ball Bounce, again, shout out to them, that his birthday was a whole month. So I feel like we just need to rag him the whole month.
I don't know if people should actually do that. You did that before for your month, right? Your birthday is your birthday a whole month?
It wasn't so much this year. I mean, your month is this month.
My month is this
and it's going to be kind of all. You got a present earlier today from me.
I sure did, and I love my present. I love my present.
So
we love our Libras.
You're in the grown baby shower stage.
Yes.
Oh.
Got it.
What you mean grown baby shower? What does that mean?
Well, I mean, before you're born, you have like a party that they give you gifts. They're already celebrating your arrival before you get here.
Oh, yeah, she did that today.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday, Quan.
Happy birthday, Quan, fellow Libra. We don't rat on our friends. Just remember that next time. Anyway, so I did go to we're speaking of Golden Knights real quick, and it is the Golden Knights' inaugural third season night. Last night, let's just take a moment here to recognize yesterday was October 1.
Yes, it was.
So if you are not familiar with that, we had a mass shooting 2 years ago on that day. At the 1 October Music Fest, Route 91 Fest, yes. 50 people lost their lives. 58 people lost their lives, 58, yes.
And numerous were there and are affected.
Yes, and even those that did not lose their lives have been affected in some type of way, and are still currently affected some type of way. So we like to pay homage to those, the bravest that came out, our Las Vegas strongest. We're always going to be Vegas strong, always Vegas stronger. And speaking of the Knights in that, they had a game yesterday, like just a preliminary game for all the first responders that they did at the Capitol.
Okay.
It was just kind of like a little practice and stuff, but they dedicated to first responders and everyone from October 1. So everybody was able to come out and just kind of get a preview of all of our guys. But what I got to see a preview of, because they're playing the San Jose Sharks tonight, okay? I went to the preseason game on Sunday after work. Shout out. And I have to say shout out to Sarah because that was very kind of her. Not only was I able to style her for the UFC fight, and she was stunning,
amazing,
and she had video from the fight and showed me pictures of where her seat was as far as close to ringside, which is unbelievable. She gifted me with a ticket to sit with her for the Knights preseason game, and I thought that was really nice of her. So I didn't get there at the very beginning, of course, but I got there in enough time and in enough periods to see at least 70 fights break out between our Knights and our San Jose Sharks.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. They were scrapping. And, we were kind of up top. We were second escalator going up, not the first one, second one.
See at the top of the escalator.
See at the top of the escalator. But it's still a great look because you're overlooking the whole rink. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And the fans are more real up there, I feel like. It's like if I go to a Lakers game.
So snobby and fake downstairs.
Well, they're not wearing the night stuff. Up top with the real folks.
They
we're
are.
wearing-
But they be wearing like the bedazzled
Dazzled
gold
jackets.
jackets
Oh, yeah.
and have the full on like.
Which I'm not going to knock because I have a gold jacket too.
Can I just tell you that
Yeah.
the cheapest ticket for tonight was like $150
Are you kidding me?
before all of the fees and whatever else.
Oh,
Like on
no.
TickPick where the fees are included, it was
No.
$184.
No.
Let me
no,
tell
no.
you this: it was $10 to see the Golden Knights play in Pennsylvania later in the
And
night.
it's $20 to go
$10.
see them in
40 in LA.
Oh, 40 in
and
LA.
I think 20 down in
Arizona?
In Arizona.
Yeah. Okay. So
Hello,
we'll go
road
there.
trip.
Yeah, we'll just do that.
Yep, road trip.
They need us over there more than they need us at home, I feel like.
Yeah, they do.
So the game was electric. It was great. They beat the Sharks. Granted, it was preseason, so 5-1. But I just like the scrapping and the fighting. They did shout out a special young little kid there.
Yeah.
He was a cancer survivor who was only like 4 years old, I believe.
I love
But
that.
his spirit was so sweet, and he was just happy, and he was go Knights go, and yeah, it was a good game. It was a really good game.
Aw.
And so, anybody that's attending this game tonight, just rally around our city, rally around our team. This is a Vegas-born professional team. They are from here. This is no transplanting. There's no we picked them up. No, they are us, and they are me. I'm born and raised, and they're born and raised.
And a big part of it too is that it's against the Sharks, who have become our rivals.
Yes, they are our
And
rivals.
after the ending of the season last year, of course, we lost to them
Mhm.
in the first round of the playoffs with a penalty
Yeah.
that basically had us in like what was the 5-minute penalty,
Yes,
which cost us the game. We lost right there, and therefore,
we're no teal
yeah.
ever.
And then we play them today, and then we play them there on
On
Friday.
Sunday.
Friday.
Oh yeah, and then we play them there on Friday coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we got them twice. Although they do not have Mr.
What were you gonna say?
Evander Kane.
No, they don't
with
have Evander
his
Kane.
Body image, what was he in the ESPN body issue?
Yeah, he was in the body
Oh,
issue. Yeah.
man.
So, can I tell you those penalties totaled up to 114 minutes in penalties on that preseason game? That's the total amount of penalties they
He
had.
went. So he's not. He
Go
won't be
Knights.
playing for the first 3 games this
Yeah.
season. So the first 2. So of course Ryan Reeves went in on it.
Yeah, he did. He talked about it.
he
Yeah.
didn't just talk about it, he clowned on
Yeah, he
it.
did. He did. I'll take
He
it
was
though.
like, well, if you get taken down by ref, it happens. But I
Right.
guess you got to get in the gym,
Yeah.
right?
So everybody, our message in Vegas is for all our opposing teams is
Get
get
in
your
the gym.
weight up
Get
and
your
get your
weight
weight up. Yeah.
Shout out to Liz
Fan
Cambage.
beige, yes, and the rest of the ladies.
That was so funny.
Yeah, get your weight up pretty much. And that's the same thing Ryan Reeves was basically trying to say too.
Yeah.
So we'll take it.
Hilarious.
So also this weekend
Huh.
was the best fight I've ever seen.
Tell me about it, because I really didn't. I was in Arizona. I was getting ready for the Seahawks Cardinals game,
Yeah.
but I didn't really check on anything on Saturday.
Yeah, so we know that Deontay Wilder's got a fight coming up. We'll talk about that. But the Errol Spence and Sean Porter fight, they came out swinging. Now, mind you, we all pretty much had said that Errol Spence was going to win this fight. I thought it was going to be a unanimous decision. And I need to shout out Let the Ball Bounce follower who needs to be following us on Girl Chat now. Curtis Jr., thanks for streaming live on the fight, because I had no way of seeing that fight and I was able to watch it through your Facebook. So thank you so much for that. But anyway, I had thought that Errol Spence would win, unanimously. And it ended up being a split decision after they went the full 12 rounds. I did notice that, and I have to give props to Sean Porter because, he is a scrapper to some degree, but he was throwing a lot of punches, but they weren't landing. You know how you fight somebody and you're just swinging like a mad person? That's pretty much Sean Porter. He did get some jabs and he won one of the rounds.
No,
They're kind of going back and forth, 9-10, 9-10. But Errol Spence definitely came through clutch in the final few rounds and kind of showed what he could do. He was hitting a little bit below the belt, which I didn't like. There was some, when he was trying to do his body shots, there was quite a few below the belt. So I think he kind of needs to condition on that. But you could tell who the technical fighter is as opposed to just getting out there fighting.
Really?
And that was Errol Spence. So split decision. Who's he going to fight next? That's the big question. I believe Danny Garcia Jr. was in the ring after the match and was like, I accept your challenge next if you want to fight. But I don't think that's who he's going to fight, because this is the welterweight division. So he's the IBF and WBC champion. He still keeps his belt. So big ups to him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So shout out also to Cassandra checking in, my boy, Mr. McCurdy. Oh, Luis is, or Jorge's on the chat.
Oh, is it?
Hi, Jorge.
Hola, Jorge.
We got Paul Rupp. And then a fellow classmate that I ran into on a Lyft ride. Shout out to him. Hey, Barry. Yeah, I didn't know.
Randomly?
I didn't know. Like, or it wasn't even Western. It was Cheyenne. I was like, dang, you graduated the same year as me. I didn't even know. Okay, so anyway, shout out to A. Barry. He's watching too.
Vegas is just
Vegas
so small.
Vegas is just
It's
strong.
that small.
Yes. Yes.
Before we get into our guests.
Yeah.
So we actually have a big game coming up this weekend too.
Oh, we do.
The Lights.
Yes, Viva Lights. Finally
We only
back at
have
home.
2 home games left.
I know.
This Saturday and next Saturday, both at 7:30. You guys come out, see the best show for
You ever
your
wanna
money.
see.
It's like the best show for your money.
Absolutely.
You
it
got to
is.
come out. There is still a chance of us making the playoffs, from what I hear.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, anybody out there. If I'm for some reason wrong.
Well, you know what the
but
points were for the last match?
3.
3. So that advanced them even further than what we. And
So
they
we're
did
now
on
on
the road.
13th.
Yes.
So I think we still need to get 3 points.
3 more
I
points.
think what Coach said before was we need to get 3 points every game.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're putting it out there, and I say big ups to them for winning on the road game strong. Not a draw, not a loss. Strong 3 solid points.
Yes.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
And it's a breast cancer awareness night there.
Yes, it is.
So everybody's going to be wearing pink. And shout out to the Lights, too, for the designing of the jerseys, because I still see them on Twitter. If you
There's
guys have
been some good
There
ones.
has been some really good ones. It's going to be a tough decision for them to decide what next season jersey is going to be. Yeah. So
I'm interested.
I am, too.
It'll be good to see
It
what
will.
happens. And then what I found, so also on Saturday, there's a big game, not for us necessarily, but for Boise State, not really. So Boise State's coming into Sam Boyd Stadium for one of those great games out there in the dirt. They're 4-0. They are also, I think, ranked 15th or 16th.
So are they going to win?
My Huskies are set 15th.
So UNLV going to win this?
No.
Oh,
If they win, I will wear a UNLV shirt on the show next week.
So I asked this question, and people are more welcome to call in. By the way, the number is 702-608-3259 before we call our guest. Tony Sanchez, stay or go after this season? Or will he be gone mid-season? I mean, what's going on? I haven't been to a UNLV game yet, but I'm just curious. Is he the guy that we necessarily need? Or deserve? I don't know. People can call in. Let us know.
All right, let's try and get our guest.
Oh, you're going to get him on now? Yeah, because he's... Okay, so we have another mouth from the South. This gentleman is out of Florida. Born in Floridians, I tell you.
James.
Yeah, Big Game James. Get him on the line. I heard the phone ring.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hello?
Hey,
Hello.
what's going on, Big Game James? Sorry for we're a little delayed today.
That's all good. I was just making sure, everything was everything.
We appreciate you. So, I had to. The reason why we got early on today was because not only the Golden Knights have their opener today, but we also, because we wanted to get home to watch it, but also because we wanted to get you on, because you have a show out there on Wednesday, throughout the week in Jacksonville. It starts at 9 p.m. So we wanted to make sure you can get on, because we needed to have some local knowledge on a couple subjects surrounding the Duval area.
Yes.
Okay.
And you're a guy.
One, I need to get to the Golden Knights.
Okay.
That I like hockey. They're the ones with the black goalie, right?
We have Subban.
We have Subban. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know his name. I just know he's black.
Yeah. That's him. That's him. I'm giving you the name. I'm giving you the name right now.
He's on like half of. He plays. Fleury is the number one.
He's got a brother, right?
Yep.
That's him.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. I'm all for. When I was out there last time, I didn't realize they were playing like hockey was that big.
Oh yeah, it became.
And I was mad because I would have went.
Oh, turn your radio down, can you please?
Oh, my bad.
That's all right.
Is it too hot?
It was a little hot.
Yeah.
A little hot. Well, when you do come to a Vegas Golden Knight game, you will need to have about $200 each saved for a ticket, because they are like hotcakes out here.
Yeah, what I found is what's better than having money is access and knowing people.
There you go.
Like, that's why when I went to Vegas, I partied like I was a celebrity, but it was amazing. I literally had a hangover moment my last night in Vegas. I almost didn't make it. I thought I was gonna die.
Really?
I have to say,
that's what happens when you get your alcohol at Costco.
Well, yeah.
Oh, they have top shelf. They have top shelf at Costco, don't they?
Yeah, of course. No, I'm saying it's big. Like they're bigger.
Oh yeah,
like
big. Oh yeah, that's right.
Through.
Right.
So, anyways, James.
What's the thing? It's like Hakkasan or something like that.
Yeah.
Isn't that club? Isn't that the name of the club?
Yeah.
Hakkasan, something. Yeah.
But that's not the club I recommend.
Anyways, yeah, what's going on?
We're gonna get started here.
Yeah. I don't know if
let's
this is straight. I don't know if this is straight. Is mine straight? It's not. Mine's crooked.
We're currently putting on mustaches.
We're trying to
Minshew Mania
What about now?
around here. Yeah.
Okay.
Just can't smile too hard. Am I okay? For those that aren't actually watching us, we are literally dying over here.
Yeah,
with fake mustaches
we have fake mustaches on for Gardner Minshew.
So I'm a Husky,
do no wrong.
And Gardner being a Cougar, I wasn't always for him in there. But being just from Washington State, period, I'm excited for him. The hoopla around Minshew Mania. What is it like in Duval right now?
Yeah, I need to know.
I mean, it's like we're all rediscovering this like guy that we don't really know anything about, but he seems like he's so cool. There's a lot of mysteriousness about him. The mustache, the jorts, the stretching in your jock strap with the headband, kind of looking like Uncle Rico. The energy, and it helps with the way he plays it. He absolutely, like, we trashed him during the preseason. Like, my radio partner suggested that he might not be throwing. He's throwing with the wrong hand. That maybe he should switch his hand. And so we come in and you hear all of this stuff, and then for whatever reason, people in Florida really like Mike Leach and the way he does stuff, and so I think a lot of that came from. And plus, we don't really know what happens on the West Coast because we're asleep by the time anything happens. So all we heard about is the guy who puts up numbers, and he looks like the everyday. Well, my bad. We call white people pilgrims here. So he looks like an everyday pilgrim.
Yeah, it looks like he drinks Coors Light on the side.
And he probably does.
Yeah, so that's what we like. We like the guy. He could give you that. Like, he may wear a chinchilla one day, but it's not ever going to be cold enough to do that here. But he may drink a Coors. He may light up a cigarette after the game. You really don't know what he does, but he's the polar opposite of what we brought in Nick Foles.
Okay.
Nick Foles looked like your typical pediatrician, your youth pastor. So we go from that to this, and he plays an exciting brand of football, and it's just like all the team has gravitated toward him.
Yeah.
So we finally have something. One thing that Jacksonville, as a football team, hasn't had since they were, the few times they were good, is an identity. And now you have a guy who's crafting the identity of the offense, and it's making people want to go see a team that still may not make the playoffs, but you'll see the stands packed because of the mustache and the jorts and a lot of the things that he's embodied. He's got some swag on him. I like last game. I've been trying to take a wait and see approach. But what he did last game, I was like, yo, I'm gonna buy my Jit. So I'm gonna buy my son some jerseys if he keeps playing like that.
I mean, the guy can do no wrong. I mean, this is the same guy that when he left for college told his dad he's the man of the house.
Okay, do you have a favorite meme? Because the Minshew meme game, you can hashtag
like the
search
Norrisisms.
that. It's ridiculous. I mean, I've never seen.
Yeah. It's kind of like the Chuck Norris thing, but better.
I'm curious on the.
Yeah.
I'm curious about, he got offered, what did you say, like a $1 million contract to do like porn, some kind of porn shot or something?
Yeah, Cam Soda. I've never heard of him before, but like he got more than 2 years of his contract to go do porn for a year, like to do it like it, but he had to do it in his jock strap and his headband on. So like, we got a quarterback that has sex appeal.
Yeah,
like when Mark Brunell was here, everybody looked at Mark Brunell like, the church going tight, and yada yada yada. had his wife, had his kids. All right, cool. Nobody wants to be that. Nick Foles, who really legit, he looks like, again, like I said, pediatrician, youth pastor. He kind of looks like our PR guy for the Jags, Tad Dick. Like, you really, if they were both in the same room, you would not know which one was Nick Foles. And that's not what you want from a football player. But now you got this. Is it really, like, I mean, I don't, like, when I hear women talk about attractive, like, white men, I think, like, Brad Pitt and stuff like that. And he doesn't do it for me. I'm very hetero. But I can see the attraction there. But, like, this guy gives you that Ron Jeremy look.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know about all that.
Like, he should be rolling around in some roller skates in the 70s.
I mean, the stash is there definitely for Ron Jeremy. Yeah, because he's not fat like Ron. He don't have the long hair.
Not fat, but I'm just saying.
He's just kind of like, goofy.
Different.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I'm
Yeah. Because don't you know when he enters a room, he doesn't turn the lights on. He turns the dark off.
Yeah.
That's how dope he is. Yeah, that's how dope he is.
Because he's Gardner.
He's Gardner Minshew.
In the South, we would never. This is a Bible Belt. Like, that's not even, like, supposed to happen.
Right.
Like, nobody would ever say, like, yo, my man's got a porn deal. And he hasn't signed it. Like, for me, I would have signed that. I told him I'll do it. Give me that bread. Why should we get that $1 million?
Hello.
Yeah.
Stretch.
Yeah.
Take that money.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we're excited. I mean, here's the deal. I'm excited for him. I'm excited to see where it goes. I mean, you know, clearly Jacksonville has a thing for Washington State Washington, the state quarterbacks, because Mark Brunell, of course. But, you know, I'm excited.
Is that where he's from?
Yeah. Washington.
He's a Coug who hasn't gotten Couged yet. But he's going to Coug somebody.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
All I can say is we beat them in the Apple Cup in Washington State, and he didn't have a good game. But anyway, let's talk about that other Jag that's making some noise out there for you guys. What's up with your boy Jaylen? I mean, you don't want to play. You play a game. You have a baby. You're sick. You're still not playing.
I like how you tilt your head with your mustache. Are we asking us Gardner Minshew?
One, the sassy savage can do no wrong.
Okay.
Jaylen is a, like, Gardner can be this, but Jaylen is a once in a lifetime type of guy that you bring in, and he has his sauce that makes that defense go as well. The problem is it's a cultural situation that's going on. We have Tom Coughlin, who's an old curmudgeon, and he gets praised for being an old curmudgeon. The problem is you play a sport or you coach a sport, or you really doesn't coach. You're an exec in a sport that is dominated by young black men who have a whole different way of seeing life. And that old school mentality that I played in, and that, you know, older guys played in, where you could just talk to somebody any kind of way, goes out the window. Even Tom Coughlin, like, a lot of Jags fans remember the discipline, but they also don't realize that he's not the same Coughlin when he was here before that won the Super Bowls in New York. Michael Strahan, another sassy savage, had to talk to Tom Coughlin about, like, if you keep talking to me this kind of way, I'm going to drop you on your neck. So when a 270-pound guy tells you that, there's a couple of decisions you got to make in life. You got to figure out, is it worth me getting dropped on my neck, and can I win this fight?
Yeah.
And I think CC has to come. It's not about him not wanting to be in Jackson. It's about him not wanting to be not necessarily coached or instructed, because the thing is, nobody really knows Tom Coughlin's place. He's not the coach. He's an executive. But he has influence over the locker room, which no executive has the ability to go back and forth. You're either an exec or you're a coach. And it's a fine line that's being blurred. And Jaylen's like, I'm too good to have to deal with it. And the team isn't buying into it. Now, luckily, they're all professionals and they like each other enough. Offense likes Gardner Minshew enough. Defense likes Jaylen enough to be able to let bygones be bygones. But if Tom Coughlin remains, you're going to see for you Washington guys, we have an opportunity to be like what Seattle has had going, where you have a quarterback that you got for cheap, and you have a defense with some young players that aren't, stretching your salary cap yet, and you could go on a 3-4 run if you manage this properly, or you can see it all go by the wayside. But Shad Khan has already said, I'm going to do whatever it takes to keep Jaylen. So what that tells me is that really Tom Coughlin better straighten up and fly right if he likes making money.
So where do you think the resolution is, or when do you think a resolution is going to come about? Because we're already into week 5. Is he going to play? I mean, can he play? Will he be playing? Does he, you say you want to stay there. You want the diva to be there. What's going to happen?
He's going to play. He's already said, he's like, I'm not going to do anything. Like, one, if he wants to get traded, you got to play. You can't do anything that's going to hurt your stock because the Jags won't get rid of you. Number 2, nobody's going to give the Jags equal value for Jaylen Ramsey. So they might as well get off of that. I think the resolution will come in the offseason when you can either figure out if you want to part ways with TC, or you'll make TC apologize, or you make Jaylen apologize, or they come to some things like that. A lot of these things that are going on with Jaylen is just really bad PR getting the story together. I mean, he's documented that he actually did go in on Monday. He didn't miss Monday. He called him and told him he was sick. The team doctor told him not to come in. We'll come get you. They gave the man 2 IVs. You can see that. His back and his ankle, he got treatment after the Thursday night game. And a lot of this stuff isn't really a story, and it's kind of like, I get it, but for the casual fan, a lot of people who like that, the love of hip hop and the drama side of everything. But anybody who's played in the NFL knows that really your Monday practice is BS. Perfect example. The Jags won. Guess what? Doug Marrone told them to do. I'll see you guys on Wednesday at the workout. Don't come to the facility. Okay. Coaches cancel Monday practice, and Tuesday is a mandatory league day off. Mm-hmm. So, like, it's a story because
they want to make it.
We made it a story, and because Jaylen's good. It's not like people are saying like the first thing I said is Monday practice. Who cares? Right. His back might hurt. Yeah. And then he got a kid. Now, again, we already knew here in Jacksonville that his I don't really know what it is. His old lady, whatever, is pregnant. Mm-hmm. And he already told them the Jags could have made all of this really easy if they did not want the drama. They could have just said Jaylen's day to day because he's expecting a baby any day now.
Right.
And you wouldn't have had all of this. You wouldn't have had any of this stuff. What it looked like is a Mickey Mouse operation and guys who were trying to do something, try to make a narrative to paint somebody in a bad way. And all it did was make you look unprofessional. And make you lose possibly some of your bargaining chips. Which I just believe that the Jags can't have nice things because every time they get nice things, they don't know how to play with the nice things.
Such is the organization they're in. I feel like that's a trending thing with some of these teams too.
My other question.
I understand Jaylen's frustration through all of this after you explain that the way you have. Yeah, I understand.
Most definitely.
So I understand he has every reason.
But you believe he'll be sticking it out through the rest of the season, and basically they'll work on the contract negotiations after that.
Unless somebody comes off of 2 first-round picks, and not just Jason like a fuck. My bad. I'm sorry. I don't know. Y'all live radio? Or
yes, we are. You cannot curse.
Not anymore.
Okay. Jason Lockenforna, if you believe anything that he says still to this day, you're stupid. So nobody's gonna leak what they really are gonna do. So unless the Jags come up on two first round picks and Jaylen agrees to go there, they're not gonna be able to trade him. The only teams that really have that cachet are Oakland, Miami, Tennessee, I believe. But Tennessee they could give you a first round this year and one next year. But the problem is none of those fit the criteria that Jaylen is complaining about. Jaylen wants to win. If you can show him that he can win here, he has no problem being here. But right now, the lack of organization and the up and down nature of what they've been since he's been here, I wouldn't want to be here either. And I think what we need to do, especially us in the Brown media, we need to first and foremost stop taking the side of the national media. And I'm only closer to the situation, but realize they can paint anybody any way they want to make it. The national media had us thinking that Richard Sherman was a thug until we did our research and we realized that he has made one B his entire life. and he was a pretty darn good corner. They had us thinking Marshawn Lynch was just a terrible person until we realized he gives financial advice to everybody on the team, and he's really, really good with kids. Like, everybody that they paint in a bad situation, we end up finding out that they may be smarter than what we know, and they're also leveraging the abilities that they have. At any job right now, if you don't like your job and you're the best at your job, like the best at doing your duties at your job, and your boss comes, your boss's boss or his assistant, whatever it is, comes in and cusses you out, and you know that you can go work for any similar company, are you going to sit there and just let them curse you out? No. You're going to go and you're going to leverage until they change. Like, the problem with athletes is too many of us look at athletes as these superstars and these real weird people, as opposed to they're normal guys, normal men just like us. The reason why they think that they're better than you is because you treat them like that. But we all know ain't nobody coming in that door and cussing you out if you have complete control over your situation. That's the reason why he can do it and why he can get away with it, is because there ain't another corner better than him in the league.
Yeah. I mean, there's not right now.
No.
Shoot, I wish the would.
I mean, you mentioned Oakland, and I'm an Oakland Raider fan, and I say always we have them dollars now since the other guy left. And we also have the offer up of 2 first-round draft picks as well. We would probably.
But are you winning?
We won last week.
Okay.
And we could win on the London game. We'll talk about it.
Okay, we'll get that.
Mitchell did interviews past dated, some TBT videos that he wouldn't mind coming to LA or doing a California team or anything like that. But those were years ago. I don't know what his attitude about it would be now, and except the fact that he needs to be on a winning team. And so I don't know.
Yeah, he was just in LA.
Yeah, he was. And so that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking like him being a Raider fan. I feel like Oakland's a logical choice, guys. No. But we definitely have to utilize him and win and show some results to that.
I'm for him staying in Duval County.
I wouldn't mind that. That's fine if they can come to some kind of, something. They can come to some type of agreement and kind of get amicable and all that. Then I mean,
something that y'all don't know too is Shad Khan is a true businessman.
Okay.
They're literally selling downtown Jacksonville. And he is buying up downtown Jacksonville.
Wow. Oh, okay.
The stadium is located in downtown Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
As I said on my radio show, what Shad Khan, my Muslim friend, is not going to do is let these white people's emotions get in the way of his green ambition.
Yeah.
Good.
So it's better to think of this. Downtown in any city, even if it's Vegas, right? Say the Jags were in Vegas. Downtown Vegas has Gardner Minshew and Jaylen Ramsey, and they're winning. The energy is going to be crazy. It'll be bananas anywhere.
Yeah,
for sure.
Or you just have Gardner Minshew and you have Tom Coughlin, a 75-year-old man or white man. Which one is more marketable?
Well, we're gonna go with A.
I would lean to go with the 2 young superstars.
Yeah, right.
So
exactly.
why would Shad, who has bigger ambitions to literally try to own a city, allow a disagreement and chump change to him? Like, he pays more taxes than what his salary cap is. So he's thinking in his head, what is it? This is a $100 million problem over 4 or 5 years. I'll get a man his money. He earned it. We'll figure it out. Tom, stop it.
Yeah,
like,
Tom.
And then that's just kind of one of the things.
Tom, stop it. Well, Big Game James, it sounds like you know what to do. You need to get in the room with him. How do we make that possible for you?
I've tried. They don't like the way I talk about them. Like, I just got my press pass.
Hey,
I don't want to lose.
you speak the truth. That's
but you
all that
are speaking
matters.
the truth, though, and that's what and that's the thing. That's.
Hey, but real quick, I know you got to get out of here soon, but one last question I got is as a former Florida State FSU alumni and former player, you guys have a big game against Clemson coming up. Not this weekend. I think you got a bye or something next week. Do you think this last game they played against North Carolina was a fluke, or do you feel like Clemson is not the big dog? And how are you guys going to take them?
I think Clemson's very good.
Okay.
I just think Clemson's nowhere near as talented as they were last year. They're still a top 5 team in the nation.
Mm-hmm.
They got caught slipping.
Yeah.
And we're not winning. We're not beating them. So, I mean, I'm going to go that far.
Well, at least you're realistic. You're realistic about it. I mean, shoot, that's real.
We have a chance to go in there. We have a chance to go in there and attack them. It just depends. We would have to play perfect football,
right?
Which we've yet to do. We play better and improved football, but it's still not perfect. Clemson's the best team in the ACC until proven otherwise.
Yeah. Right.
But North Carolina is a much better coached team, and they have some talent in certain areas. And Mac Brown was there when he was at North Carolina before. He had North Carolina as a top 15 program. So his job is to come there and reestablish it. So and it was at home. It was at North Carolina.
Yeah.
Playing in Death Valley, and it'll probably be a night game, is completely different than playing anywhere. I've done it twice. It's an intimidating atmosphere. It's very loud, probably the loudest stadium I've ever played in. And Dabo isn't a great X's and O's coach, but he's a great motivator, and he does what most successful CEOs do. You hire people that are smarter than you, and you let them do their job. His offensive coordinators, because he has a co-OCs, and his defensive coordinators are some of the most highly sought after coaches in the nation for head coaching jobs. The thing is that they pay them so much money that they choose to stay.
Yeah.
Can't beat that. Well, thank you so much. Will you let everybody know where you're at, where we can listen to you on your station and your radio show out there, and where we can find you on Twitter or Instagram, whatever you use the most, I guess?
The best way to listen to our shows is if you have Apple, Google Play, or Spotify, type in D Sports Den, and all of our shows come literally 5 minutes after we're done. It comes out. It's a 4-day-a-week pod right now. 5 days a week, not pod. 4-day-a-week live radio show with the rebroadcast on those networks, and a 5-day-a-week in the off season. We present sports like you're just hanging out at a bar, chopping it up with people. We give you education, but at the same time, we're not pretentious. We want to talk about things in the way that people talk about them. And it's just from a perspective of a former player and a guy who's coached the game at a high level. If you can't get into all that, just follow my new Twitter at Big Game James _36. All right, rest in peace, Big Game James 36. I'm very particular about people touching my hair. I don't know where your hands have been. You could have been eating salmon, and I don't want your salmon.
My thing is, why are they touching your hair anyway? I have that same issue too, James. I don't understand why you got to touch my hair anyway. Why?
Pilgrims like to explore.
Well, are they trying to explore? Or are they trying to sell us? Like I'll go there.
That's what
So I have a problem with that. Don't be touching my hair.
I made a statement just thinking, it was just me talking.
No.
Like it's just you and me, and I put I'll kill you. Just thinking if you touch my hair. And I got my account got the death penalty. I didn't mean I would do it, but anyway, so it's at Big Game James _36 on Twitter and on Instagram. My full government name, James Anthony Coleman II, on Facebook. I post there a little bit. I don't engage as much on Facebook because it's not as exciting. I'm typically on Twitter going back and forth with people, breaking news from in the ACC, the SEC, and the NFL.
Yeah.
And taking pictures and being a dad and shooting shots.
Okay.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And I like dark skinned women. Just put that.
Well, you said that on the Twitter. You were like, "Oh my gosh, she's dark skinned," and rolled your eyes back, and I didn't know how to take that. I didn't know if you meant it like why or I love it, because I couldn't read Antonio Banderas' expression. I didn't know what he was trying to say.
I mean, he bit his fist, and that's just
he bit his fist like, oh my God. Okay. Well, we need you to come to Vegas then.
Come on back.
Come on back and see us. We'll talk more.
I got to fly back.
Yes, you do.
Make it happen.
So thank you so much, though.
Thank you, Big James. We appreciate you. Thanks for the Duval.
Yeah.
All right.
And speaking of Duval Connect. You got it. So Duval connects with the Jaguars. They actually, and I got to take this, I'm going to say this real quick, because I got to drink my drink, and my mustache is making my lip. I don't know how guys walk around with these things. Anyway, or women. But... So they're coming out with this Minshew pack.
Like a starter pack?
Like a mini pack.
Like a Halloween
like
costume
a Halloween
or
costume
for real?
for games. So the upcoming game on the 13th against the Saints that's at home, and then the 27th game against the Jets, they're going to have a Gardner Minshew starter pack.
I believe it.
And it's going to come with the bandana.
Which I forgot today because I really wanted to have
And I forgot to bring an old
bandanas
T-shirt
on.
to make it into
Dang
the,
it.
and then a mustache, and then an on-field picture with your gear, so you can come on field with your regalia
And do
and
a
the mustache
little-
and do a little something. Now the tickets for this pack are $400 to $600. So I don't know what $600 gets you.
Maybe you get like a signed jersey. Maybe you get to meet the Minshew himself.
Yeah, or maybe Uncle Rico will pop out and give you some tips. I don't know.
The Uncle Rico videos with him over the weekend were
Yes,
hilarious.
they are hilarious. They are hilarious. But at
Well,
least he credits to
It's
Uncle
funny
Rico.
is that
He knows.
for Washington State, when he played there, like every home game, almost everybody in
Yeah.
the stadium had a mustache
Yeah.
on. Hence why I had to have him today.
Yeah, and that was a great idea. But it's messing with me. I'm so like,
It's so funny.
can I drink with this on? Let's see.
Minshew Mania. I'm just saying. See, there you go. You got it.
I can drink my water with it.
A little extra in there for later.
Little extra. See, that's why I said I don't know how men or women operate with these things.
Oh, man.
Some men, some men,
Some men or
some
some
women.
women.
Man, I got a story. There was this girl. Shout out to SU. I went to Southern with. I've never seen so many down south women with.
Mustaches?
Oh yeah, full on.
They don't got waxing down there?
I'm
or
sure they
shaving
do,
and a
but
razor?
but we're superstitious to the fact that if you pluck it or you wax it or you shave it, it's just gonna
comes
grow
up.
back thicker.
Well, don't keep
But she
well,
got
start
play too.
trimming it or
Which was
something.
crazy to me. She got play. Like from some good looking
Maybe
cats.
some guys like the whisker.
I don't know. She had it full on. She had
I
it full on.
can.
I can.
I won't.
She- yeah,
it's
but
not
she did.
happening.
But they did this down south thing. Whatever.
Well, thanks to James.
Thanks, James. That was great insight too.
And
I don't think
Jacksonville is
James
actually
Ramsey-
a good. It's a. I went to the stadium. We lost there,
Yeah.
I think 2 years ago. It was a good. Duval is a good crowd. They're
Yeah.
fun. They're good
And the
times.
thing of it is he doesn't have to leave if they can just come to an agreement. If they
Yeah.
can come and
And
solve
it is,
stuff out,
media
that's
really
good.
do be hyping some
Oh,
stuff
of course
out
they
of
do.
proportion. So it's
Yeah.
like really, it's not really a story to anybody
Right.
else unless you make it a story.
Right.
He's still there. He's still playing.
Yeah,
What else
yeah.
we care?
He's still showing up. It'd be one
We're
thing
not
if he was
talking
like
about
somebody
anybody
else
else that
sabotaging their.
Well, we're not talking about anybody else that might have missed practice on Monday or Tuesday, or
Yeah.
I mean Monday or Wednesday or
Or
something.
sabotage
so.
their feed, or come up with some other excuses of not showing up to camp, or helmet issues, or any of that. He's not doing none of those things. He's
It's
actually
not.
coming and he's playing. Yep, shows up and gets his check.
Let's do a little moment of silence for the Dallas Cowboys who lost their first game.
Okay, so our engineer tonight, James, is a Cowboys fan,
Let's not do that.
and he didn't even watch the game. He told me.
Well, then
prior
you're not
to
a
the
real
show.
fan. Because I don't care what you're doing.
You can
It's
see
on
my
your
face.
phone.
You can see my face.
Take a moment of silence though. For why do we
And
have to
for
take a
all
moment of
those-
silence? I ain't taking
you
no
know what
moment
it
of
is?
silence. I'm
It's
going
for,
in on
It's
him.
for all the Cowboys fans out there that want to be like, do you feel D4L for life or DL for life? We're still okay. Great, we get it.
But they're still wearing those same Walmart jerseys
Ain't
with those
nobody
cargo
say
long
nothing about your
shorts and those
team.
barbecue flip flops. The same fans that
And
have
I
not changed their style in
haven't
the
had a
last 20
pedicure
years.
in
It
6
is
years.
DC4L.
Who said turn your mic on?
Derek Carr for life. That's what that means to me. I don't know what
How
you're
about
talking
them
about.
boys?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
over
well, they
here.
lost. How about them boys?
Yeah, how about those boys?
How about-
so,
oh.
real quick, too, we didn't touch on WNBA.
Yes.
But,
The finals.
the finals, we're heading into game 3. We've got the Connecticut Sun, Washington Mystics.
Yes.
Game 2 was just the other night. Was it Tuesday night?
It was yesterday.
Yesterday, right. Okay, so it's Tuesday. It's Wednesday. Oh, we got a caller.
Oh, call it.
All right. Caller. Holla. You're listening to Minshew Girls Talk Chat Sports.
Minshew Mania.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey.
Good. Who are we speaking with?
Speaking with Capital Chicago. I got a couple quick questions for you guys. I'm wondering what you thought of the Baker Mayfield versus Lamar Jackson drama. 'Cause I felt there's a little bit of racial undertone there. I wonder if you guys picked that up.
I really didn't really investigate too much into it. But from what I understand, what do you
I
know?
don't feel a
about
big
else?
racial
I don't
undertone
see it
'cause
either. But I don't
Baker
know.
plays. I mean, he's pretty down. It would seem like.
Are
out
you
in
talking about the
Cleveland.
backyard play reference? Or are you speaking of just their exchange?
I don't know.
No, like Antonio Brown saying Lamar Jackson should have been drafted higher than Baker Mayfield, and Baker Mayfield got drafted number 1 because he's white. He's had white privilege and this and that.
I definitely think no one should trust what AB says.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
First of all.
So
him trying to bring anybody
he's
into
Wikipedia
anything.
right now. Anybody can go into Wikipedia and put their own information in. The guy that makes the donuts could put his information in Wikipedia. So I wouldn't trust that narrative. And personally, looking at numbers, I would agree that Lamar Jackson is probably a little bit better than Baker Mayfield.
I think Baker Mayfield had bigger hype, and he also out of college he was playing better. I think now playing out of into the league, Lamar, this is his first year to really come out of
what
his
he can do.
I think he's doing great, and I think people had already anticipated that he would be playing great and having that role this year. So Baker, I think, is now just he has to win, and he's got to play, and he's got to take this team.
But I also would say that draft picks too don't ever mean squat at times either. You got Kyler Murray out there, who's the number
Russell
one draft pick.
Wilson. I mean, the entire Seattle Seahawks have come in the fifth round.
So it's very suggestive, and I would never listen to anything that troll has ever to say. As far as that,
no, it wasn't just Antonio Brown. There was more than that. There was a lot more people other than Antonio Brown, but it was that. And then you heard like the year of the black quarterback thing going on. Have you heard that?
Yeah, I have heard of that. I mean,
we're all for the black quarterbacks
because this is the thing, and I'm going to break the history timeline down of that. Okay, so back when I was growing up and being the age of 44, the only black quarterbacks I knew of was your Doug Williams, Emmitt Smith, and then later on in life you had from the Philadelphia, Warren Moon, and then you had from Philadelphia Eagles, Donovan McNabb. That seems to be very far and few between because attending historically black colleges like Doug Williams did, shout out to Grambling University, even though I don't like him, you have the potential to be a black quarterback. And there were a lot of players that were in positions that were drafted into the league that could potentially be black quarterbacks, but were told, no, you're better at this position, or no, you need to readjust and play this position, and we're given those opportunities. And now that we're seeing it now, and what is it, like 8-9 black quarterbacks now out of a 32-team league? Still, it's not a good number, but it's a better percentage than what we've seen in the past.
And it's a big deal, but it shouldn't be a big deal. That's the whole thing.
It shouldn't be a big deal. It shouldn't be a big deal. And I think what it is just calling attention to the fact that we've got brothers out there that can play. And they can play any position. They can also be a quarterback. They can be that position.
But thank you for your call all the way in Chicago.
Oh, I know. Yeah, one quick point. No, that's not my problem with that.
Okay.
It's just the thing that, like they're saying that Baker Mayfield and who's the other quarterback? Daniel Jones. They're saying Dwayne Haskins. Ever heard of him? Haskins?
Oh, yeah.
Ohio State.
And then Randall Cunningham. Shout out to him. I forgot Quan. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've heard Dwayne Haskins.
They're kind of saying, like there's a white privilege and stuff like that, but then they go out and they win these big games. Like Baker Mayfield, all the pressure was on him. They're saying, oh, he sucks, he's overrated. Lamar Jackson's better than him. He should have been drafted higher. And Baker Mayfield's team goes out and whoops them, and he outplays them. And the same thing with Daniel Jones for the New York Giants. Like they're saying, oh, who's this bum Daniel Jones? He should that should have been Dwayne Haskins' position. He should have been playing for the New York Giants. He should have been drafted higher than him. And what happens? Haskins goes out there, throws 3 interceptions. He looks really bad. And so that's my point with this. So
are we analyzing this off of just one game? Are we analyzing this off?
And Daniel, let's be honest, Daniel Jones was bred into quarterback.
Right.
He came with the Peyton's family. He's been to all their quarterback camps. Like this guy not only has been ready to play as a starter his whole life, but he's been bred that way.
Yeah.
Haskins was great in college, but he hasn't had much starting time or that real, game day effect as much.
I don't know. And are we basing this off of the one game?
Well, yeah, head-to-head matchups, that's the best way to determine, like, who's better. You face head-to-head. They're both 2-2.
Yeah.
Well, Cleveland came to play. Cleveland came to play. They actually have a lot more talent offensively than the Ravens do, so they deserve to have that win.
Right.
And I'm glad that Baker was able to come in there and have that win because they needed it. They deserved it. And Jarvis Landry went off. Can we just talk about that?
Go for it.
Jarvis Landry
I didn't even watch that game.
He had more yards than he's had all season up until this game.
Oh, and then let's not forget to mention the guy that's given me great fantasy points and winning 3 out of my 4 games, Jameis Winston against a Rams team. No one saw that coming. Everybody predicted the Rams game. So you got Jameis Winston, a black quarterback, against a Jared Goff.
Shout out to Guru. He's been talking about
Guru's
his
been. Oh, I know he has. He's been
Hey,
all
but
about his
caller,
bucks.
thank you so much
But
for
caller,
calling. We're
thank
gonna
you
let
so
you go because
much.
we gotta wrap up our
Thanks
show
for being
here
a
pretty
fan.
soon. We appreciate
We
you.
appreciate you calling in.
All right.
All right. Guess he signed up. I guess he heard enough from us, huh? With the
I guess
mustaches,
so.
huh?
Yeah, I felt like I should have had his accent with my
I
mustache
loved it
on.
though. I loved the conversation. I just didn't know which narrative he was trying to go
I was
with
trying to
on
understand
it. So I was
too.
trying to understand it. But
Cleveland deserved that win. They
They
played
did.
great. Like I said, Landry went off. He helped my fantasy team, at least one of them win, because I'm still 0-4 in my girls league.
I know. I saw. I'm sorry. I took down the top dog this week.
Listen,
I took
I don't
the number
know what
one
is.
person.
I'm talking about me right now.
Oh, sorry. Go for it. Go for it.
Mo wanted.
I'm just so happy. You just
I
don't
know,
know.
I'm not. I got 0-4. I'm trying every combination. I'm gonna have to just redo the whole lineup. For those of you out there that are playing fantasy along with us, though, make sure to set your lineups before tomorrow because it is
Right.
the Seahawks and the Seahawks and the Rams.
Yep.
You probably have somebody in your lineup that's on one of those two teams, as well as the Lions and the Dolphins are both on bye week this week.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that you didn't got those players because I'm not going to be the person that's playing against you and you got two people that are out. I'm not going to tell you.
Well, there are some players that are out too.
And there are players that are out.
Yeah, and there are players out, so you got to check for energy. But what I was going to throw in before the caller called in was the WNBA Finals.
Yes.
Game 2. Elena Deladon did not play. She played for like 30 minutes, and then she went out for back spasms. They did an MRI.
Today.
A herniated. Yeah.
And she had similar injuries last season. during
Herniated
playoffs.
disc in her back.
But what's
And so she's out.
good, though, is that those ladies still played amazing without her. They did lose yesterday.
Yes.
Because
they had a clutch person that we didn't know in history was going to score 32
well,
points.
we just she's good, but I didn't realize
but she's
it was
clutch. Like we
shout out
didn't
to
know.
Jonquel Jones
Yeah.
from the Connecticut Sun.
Yeah.
She is the first woman in the WNBA to have a 30-15 game.
Yep.
No one in the NBA has done that since LeBron James in 2016 in the
Wow.
finals. We're only talking about the finals. Sorry.
Yeah. Right.
So she had a major game. So basically, because of her, they won. But the Mystics came out. That Misaman or whatever that was grilling us was doing the same thing to them.
Yeah.
Shooting threes like no one's business.
Yeah.
So please, if you're out there, the finals, the women's WNBA finals. Is
Check it
on.
out. When's the next game on that?
God, I don't
Are they
know.
playing tomorrow? I believe.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it's tomorrow. Either tomorrow or Friday. We'll check into it.
We'll
and
check
see.
into it and see. So before we go,
I gotta take this mustache out. I just don't know how you guys do this. I just.
do I need to let it go too?
No, keep it.
I like it. I enjoy the
keep it.
mustache.
My mustache.
Not
was
that I
just
want to
hot.
have a mustache. Oh, hello. Are we back? Okay. I got cut off.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't hear myself.
All right.
So as I was going over our picks from last week because I didn't answer half the questions, it still looked like we were about even.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got week 5 coming up. And shout out to my Seahawks. Shout out to my girl, Claudia, who went to the game with me in Arizona. We had an amazing time. Great seats. And shout out to Davion Clowney, who had his first pick 6 with the Seattle Seahawks in that first quarter. Was amazing. I don't think we anticipated there not being a win in Arizona.
I mean, you guys play.
But here's
Kyler
the
Murray in a week
Arizona
offense.
is like the one team that's like for some magical reason will beat us.
Oh, not this season.
No, not
It's
this season.
Kyler Murray in a week offense. So I mean,
It's all bad.
yeah, it's all bad
It's
for
all
them.
bad.
For
It's
them.
all bad. Yeah. So, but Carson Palmer did get his name in the Ring of Honor. So there was a whole
nice.
ceremony there for
Former
halftime.
Well, I just throw that in.
Of course. Yeah. So he was up there with his family and kids.
Oh,
and
good.
they had a little spiel about him. But anyway, week 5.
So, Rams and Seahawks Thursday tomorrow.
Of course, you know what I'm taking.
Ooh, I know.
I got it. You can't not. I mean, I have to go with my team. So what are you doing?
I'm gonna go with the Rams. I just think they want revenge. I realistically don't see them possibly winning, but we're gonna go with them and see what
All right.
happens.
Jaguars at Panthers.
Jags. We had this mustache with Minshew. I'm gonna roll with him
Me
again.
too. I'm going both. Pats at Redskins. Jeez.
Oh my god,
That's
it's
gonna
a
be a
no-brainer. Well, let's
clown
hope it's not
show.
gonna be like the Bills
Well,
game.
let's see. Let's hope Haskins can get in there and actually play.
Like
I would
our
love
caller.
to see something happen.
Let's see something
with
happen with them.
that. Bills at Titans. I'm gonna go with.
I'm gonna go with
those.
the. You're going with the Bills. I got Mariota. Mariota brought me so many points. I'm doing Titans.
Okay.
We're gonna roll with them.
All right. Ravens at Steelers. Ooh, it's a battle.
Ravens.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Steelers. I feel like they're gonna come off of last week's win, even though it was the Bengals. And do so. Rudolph had a good game.
He did.
He's
did.
filling in that role. Cardinal. God, this is a terrible. Cardinals
and
the Bengals.
Bengals?
So who's going to actually win a game?
Who's actually going to score a point in this game?
It could be tied 0-0.
Bengals need a win. I'm just going to roll with the Bengals.
I'll do that too.
Since they lost to Steelers.
Although
Monday.
John Ross got injured, he's not going to be. That's a Husky. He's like their main target too.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to matter against them. Too much.
Yeah, I don't know. Falcons at Texans.
I'm roll with the Texans. Have I been winning with the Texans? Did they win last
I'm
week?
rolling with the Texans, but I'm going to go back and go with the Cardinals.
Oh, you're going to go
on
back
my
with the
last
Cardinals,
one.
so you're going back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bucks at Saints. I'm gonna go with the Saints.
I'm going to roll with them Saints. I have to. That's my second team. We got to do that.
Okay. Vikings at Giants. I'm going to go with the Giants.
I am too.
Okay. And Bears at Raiders in London.
And that's a home game for us Raider fans. So I'm going to roll with our Raiders. Now, check this out. It's so funny because, real quick, Khalil Mack and Derek Carr are best friends. They're besties. So it's going to be interesting to see how that matches up. But I'm going to roll with the Raiders because they got a kid named Chase Daniels that's out there trying to throw the ball. But my man, Mad Max, 6'5" Crosby, might be able to block the ball.
Isn't Trubisky out too?
Trubisky's out. Yeah. That's why. So you got
gotta
Chase
go.
Daniels.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll with the Raiders. But you still got Khalil Mack over there. I don't know. We'll see.
Did you see, side note, Derek
Yeah.
Carr's little press conference about Vontaze Burfict being like a really good guy that no one really knew about?
He probably is. I mean, now Gruden is coming out saying he's very upset about
They
that.
have to say that.
No, they ain't got to say
I just
it.
don't know how he was a captain. That's all I don't know.
Well, we don't have a middle linebacker now. We're in trouble. So that's again, that's gonna be a toss up on that Raiders. But I'm gonna go with the Raiders. That's my team. I'm
Okay.
gonna roll with it.
Jets Eagles.
Let's see what. I got Jay Crowder on my fantasy, but that's okay. We'll roll with
I'm
the
gonna
Eagles.
do Eagles.
We'll roll with the Eagles.
Broncos and Chargers. I'm gonna go
Really?
With the Chargers.
Yeah. Let's see what the Chargers do at home. They need a win too.
Cowboys and Packers. I'm going with the
I
Packers.
gotta go with Green Bay. I'm sorry. Sorry, James. I'm just gonna go with Green Bay.
And Colts Chiefs. I'm rolling
Chiefs.
Chiefs. Yeah. Okay. Here's the, the Browns and the Niners.
Okay, this is a toss.
Monday night. It's gonna be a good game.
It is, but
Here's the deal. The Niners have been off for like a week and a half.
right. I'm gonna roll with
going
those
the
Cleveland Browns. Yeah, I was gonna say that. And I got Nick Chubb on my fantasy, who put up great numbers
I got
last
Jarvis.
week.
Jarvis is the found
Yeah.
his connection.
Yeah.
So.
Sorry, Quan. I know it's your birthday, but we
Yeah.
going with the Browns.
Of course, he's got the Niners winning.
I'm
Anyway.
sure the Niners are gonna win because this is their first time back home. This is their first home game.
Right.
They've been away this whole time. That's
Well,
really good
before
win.
we go, I did want to mention a little cooged it moment because that was our new
please,
thing.
yeah. Who
And since
cooged
I'm
it?
keeping the Minshew mustache
yeah,
on,
who cooged it this week?
shout out to Trenton Grisham for the Brewers, who had a little bit of a blunder at the top or the bottom of the eighth when Juan Soto had hit a single and scored 3 runs. Have you ever heard of, it's not often you hear a 3-run single.
Right.
So shout out to Trent Grisham for the cooged it moment.
Yeah, that cost them the wild card.
It cost them the wild
Yep.
card. And
guess what? Now we got to face them. And that's fine.
shout out to the Nationals. So that was good. And
We
you know,
gotta face the
Juan
Nationals,
Soto's
actually.
only 20 years old.
Hmm?
Soto's only 20 years old.
Yeah, I posted about him. And by the way, American League wild card game is going on against Tampa Bay and the A's.
Okay.
And the Tampa Bay Rays are winning 4-0. It's the top of the 8th.
Okay.
Oh, no, top of the 3rd. It just started. So that
right.
could be anybody's game.
And just before we leave,
Girl
our
power?
girl power moment.
let's do it.
I want to give it to Allison Felix.
Yeah, let's do that. Why?
Oh, well, I'm sorry. She just had a kid 10 months ago.
Yeah.
And then
that-
came back to the IAF World Championships this week and won gold.
And what else did she do?
So this is the catch.
Okay.
We all read that Allison Felix beats Usain Bolt's worldwide record. It's not that she ran faster than him.
No.
It's the fact that
time.
she won 12 gold medals and his was 11 gold medals.
I thought it was the time. Okay.
That's where I think media had us like, oh my God, she's so fast. And I'm sure she is fast, and not to discredit her. She still did amazing. But the
Right.
fact that she has 12 gold medals versus Usain's 11 gold medals.
And then her going back to having a kid, that was the most
10
difficult
months?
pregnancy
10
that she ever had,
months.
though. That was like a very difficult pregnancy that she went through.
I'm sorry, woman period in
And she
athletics.
had like a crazy, crazy type C-section after giving birth to that baby. So to do that and come back and do that, man.
Hello. And she's earned over 25 gold medals over her
Oh,
career
yeah.
period.
Allison
So
Felix.
we appreciate you, Girl Power. And guys, thank you for checking. Just make sure you tune in next week. We're going to have a special
Yes.
Vegas School Nights edition show. We got a special guest. We're going to be talking Vegas School Nights women who love sports and women who love hockey.
Yes.
All right, guys.
Peace out.
Mustache.
You know what it is. Too hot.
Rip this bad boy off.
For checking out another great episode of Girl Chat Sports. And remember, we don't have balls, but we know how to cover them. Until next time, guys.